This drug is specially meant for females. She is in a state of depression and she don't know whom to tell. The reason for her depression is mainly because she lost her sexual interest. She is unable to tell that she doesn't have any sexual desire. There is a pressure from in-laws, there is a pressure from husband, there is a pressure from her own parents. She is married and no issues. The reason is she doesn't have any interest. A few doses of this medicine can evoke her womanly feeling and she can be a complete woman. That is the greatness of this remedy. This is also a remedy for the people who get complaints from eye strains, maybe use of mobiles, maybe use of laptops and getting headaches, or any visual errors or refractory errors. This remedy is indicated. This is not a physostigma, this is not a rota. This is also a remedy for the people who have got staggering gait. They walk sidewalks. They are unable to concentrate. They are unable to judge the distance. It is not agaricus. This drug is Onosmodium. Onosmodium Virginianum. In short, we call it as Onosmodium. The common names are false groomwell. There is something called real groomwell also is there, that is called lithospermum. So this is common names: gravel weed or marble weed. Another common name is wild Job's tears. I will explain you why it is called false groomwell, why it is called gravel weed, and why it is called wild Job's tears. And I will also explain why the name as Onosmodium Virginianum. This is one of the common remedies for females. This is also a remedy for the people who get complaints from the overuse of ice. This drug belongs to the natural order of Boraginaceae. From this family, Boraginaceae, we have another important drug which is very similar to Onosmodium, that is Symphytum officinalis. Now, what is the similarity of Onosmodium and Symphytum? Both are same family. Symphytum is a remedy, a special remedy given for the fractures, and also it is a remedy given for the injuries, especially to the eye injuries. Onosmodium is also an important remedy where injury to the eyes due to overuse of eyes or eye strains, too much of laptop, too much of mobile leading to refractory errors. There comes Onosmodium. The mother tincture is prepared from the entire fresh plant, including the root. Onosmodium Virginianum, you can see an image of this plant. It's called as a Virginia false groomwell. It's called Virginium because a place in the United States, the Middle Atlantic region, coastal region, there is a place called Virginia. That's how this gets the name Virginianum. It is an herbaceous, perennial, erect, hairy plant. You can see the leaf is got full of hairs. It grows to height up to 30 to 60 centimeter. Onosmodium blooms mainly in the month of June and July. The fruits are smooth and dull white in color. This plant grows in a dry and calcareous woodland areas, and as we said, it belongs to the family Boraginaceae, a native of United States of America. You can see in this slide there is a false groomwell in the left side and the real groomwell is in the right side. Both looks very similar. You can see in the real groomwell the leaves are a bit thicker, whereas a false groomwell the leaves are a little thinner. Both are hairy leaves. Both belongs to the same family. You can see the right one is a groomwell that is a drug called lithospermum. We have a false groom well that is called as a Onosmodium. This is the difference between this plant. Otherwise, they are very similar. You can see a close-up image of the plant with a hairy leaf and a marble seed. Marble seed, Job's tears, it has been called. You can see that a close-up view of the plant with the seeds, white colored seeds are there in the plant. Onosmodium receives its name, Onosmodium, mainly from the Greek word called onosma. The onosma means smells like an ass, a bad smelled plant. This plant has got very bad odor or bad smell. Because of this bad smell, they named it as onosma, and slowly it has been called as an Onosmodium. It is called Virginianum, mainly refers to a place in United States at the middle Atlantic region called Virginia, where this plant is found abundantly. In the wastelands it has been found. That's the reason it's called Onosmodium Virginianum. Virginianum is a place name. Onosma means it has got a bad smell. Other common names, it is called as a Job's tears. That's named because it is a grass with a hard seed. If you keep that seed in your pocket, you will get a good fortune. That is a belief. Job's tears. If you keep these seeds in your pocket or somewhere, you get a good fortune. That is a belief based on the biblical book of Job. There is a central character in that book, a person called Job, which is rewarded by a God for Job's patience after losing all the near and dear ones, but he never lost the faith on the God. He had a faith on the God and he lost everyone then, and God is rewarded with these seeds. So that is the common name, Job's tears. It's also called as Virginia marble seed because this seed looks like a marble, and people used to use it as an ornamental beads around their neck, ornamental beads around their wrist for the good fortune. It has been proved by W.E. Green and later on by Dr. A. Yingling. This is a short introduction about why the Onosmodium receives the name Onosmodium, why it's called as a Virginianum, why it's called as a Job's tears, why it's called as a marble seed, or why it's called as a gravel weed. These are all the various reasons of Onosmodium Virginianum. Onosmodium is mainly adapted to the females. Woman, she is so much confused. Woman, she is so much indecisive, both at the level of physically and mentally. She is so much tired and she suffers from weak memory. She is a woman, she is so much depressed because she doesn't know whom to tell her suffering. There is a lot of pressure from her husband, there is a lot of pressure from in-laws, there is a lot of pressure from her own family members that she is married and no good news. So much people are asking. But her suffering is she has got totally an aversion to sexual act. She has got marked sexual weakness. But she is unable to express that she has got this problem. I had a lot of patients with similar complaints, and Onosmodium has helped them to become a complete woman. There are several cases, and we have a lot of medicine for the females who could increase sexual desire, like platina, like lilium tigrinum, like murex. But at the same time, there are few remedies for the females who has got lack of sexual interest, like sepia, Onosmodium. It is useful for the persons who get a complaints from eye strains, or doing a computer work, or doing a mobile and constantly looking at to the small words or small letters and they get a headache and they get a eye pain. This is the remedy for them, like Ruta. It is also adapted to the people who are so weak as if they have been born tired. There is both weakness at the mental and physically with a weakness of memory. That is the main adaptability of Onosmodium. Regarding the sphere of action of Onosmodium, it has got action on the muscles, it has got action on the nerves, it has got action on the eyes, it has got action on the occipital area, it has got action on the female pelvic organs, and it has got also action on the spine. This is the main sphere of action of Onosmodium. The first keynote indication of Onosmodium is want of power of concentration and coordination. Their inability to concentrate themselves for certain things, their inability to coordinate the things, their inability to concentrate their thoughts, inability to focus their eyes on the object, inability to coordinate the muscles. There is an inability to judge the height and the distance. So he'll take a long steps, he'll take a small step. He is unable to judge, he is unable to coordinate, he is unable to focus his eyes. There is a total incoordination between the brain and the muscles and the brain and the objects. Like physostigma also has got, like gelsemium. That is the first indication. There is a want of power of concentration and coordination. Maybe at the mental level, maybe at the physical level, maybe at the eye complaints, maybe in the muscular complaints, maybe in the neurological complaints where he is unable to concentrate and unable to coordinate. That is the first key indication of Onosmodium. The second indication, it is a remedy for migraine headache, especially of left-sided. This headache has got mainly two reasons. One reason is from the overuse of the eyes, like our picric acid, like our Ruta, like our gelsemium, and here also headache may be because of sexual weakness. Headache is mainly at the occipito-frontal pain, which starts from the occiput to the front, or pain pressing upward as though it has been screwed up, with dizziness, which is almost similar to glonine, which is similar to gelsemium. For the headache, you have got a lot of remedies, so we're not going to discuss over here. The third indication is a remedy for the eye strains. Person feels the eyes are aching, the eyes are so heavy, eyes are so tired as though he's been cried off. Eyes feel so stiff, he is unable to close the eyelids. There's a kind of feeling of tension in the eyes, as though he's been straining them to read a small print. He is unable to read a small print. He has to strain a lot. He has to keep the object far away to see that. Near objects he cannot see. Desire to have the things far off to look at them. So this is a typical refractory error, where the person cannot see a small print. You need to keep the object little more far, then you can see better. We have many drugs for the complaints from the eye strains, like Ruta, physostigma, aconite, phosphorus, gelsemium. These are the few other drugs. Onosmodium is also a remedy for muscular asthenopia. There is a pain in the eyeball between the orbits. Between the two orbits, there is a pain in the eyeball, or pain from the eyeball extending to the left temple. That is the indication of Onosmodium. There is a pain in the eyeball between the orbits, and the pain from the eyeball extending to the left temple. You need to compare spigelia for that. Another indication of Onosmodium is it has got a craving for ice water and craving for cold drinks, and wants to drink very often. For the craving for cold drinks or craving for ice water, we have got remedies phosphorus, we have got medorinum, we have got Silesia, and you need to differentiate based on the constitutional feature. Next important indication that it is a remedy for sexual neurasthenia in both the genders, both male and female, but especially a remedy for the females who lost their sexual desires. We have many drugs for sexual neurasthenia in general, like staphysagria, caladium, we have got selenium, we have got agnus castus, we have got damiana, we have got nufor luteum, and euhimbinum. Euhimbinum is called as a sexual tonic. But in Onosmodium, it's mainly a female remedy where she doesn't have any sexual desire and she feels sexually weak, and she'll go to a depressive state because of that. There comes the indication of Onosmodium. Next indication, it is also indicated for priapism with numbness and tingling of the feet and legs. So priapism means a persistent and painful erection of the penis. We have got many drugs for priapisms like ledum, like epis, like agnus, with numbness and tingling in the feet and legs. There it comes the concomitant of Onosmodium. Eighth keynote indication of Onosmodium is a state of depression, a state of sadness, a state of loneliness. Is mainly because that she lost her sexual desire. Because of that, she feels depressed. There it comes the indication of Onosmodium. For the depression, you have got many drugs. Depression from the loss of loved ones, Ignatia, Natromur, Natrum carb. So like that, the remedies are many. But here the depression is mainly because she is sexually weak. She is not competent. She cannot satisfy. This is the reason where she will go to a state of depression. Next indication of Onosmodium comes a staggering gait, like agaricus, like zinca metallicum, like plumber metallicum. There is a staggering gait. The sidewalk seems too high. Sidewalk seems to be too high, and person is very tired, and there is a feeling of numbness and coordination problems. The coordinations are so difficult. He'll see something, but he is unable to judge, and he'll take a long step, like our agaricus. It is mainly because of judgment problem. It is mainly because of coordination problems, like our gelsemium, like our physostigma. Another indication of Onosmodium is a general prostration. He feels as though he's been born tiredness. That is the indication of Onosmodium. Regarding the mind of Onosmodium, mentally there is a lot of conflict between sexual desire and family constraints. She doesn't know what to do. She's totally confused. She's totally unable to concentrate. There's a lot of conflict about the family constraint and at the same time sexual desire. She totally lost her sexual desire. There's a delusion as if not being seen. Delusion as if no one heard her. Delusion as if no one is observing her feelings. Delusion as if being no one when not working. There's a full of confusion. She felt and she feels that she's not been recognized. The importance is not given. Her feelings are not recognized. That kind of delusions where you can see in Onosmodium. There is also feeling that he cares for others, but no one is caring for him. No one is looking after him. He feels that he is caring for others and he is doing everything for others. At the same time, he is not getting back that things. As a result of all these turmoils are going on at the family level or in the work levels and leading to concentration is difficulty, and person becomes highly forgetful, and person will do everything is very slow, and time also he feels very slow, and there is along with that fear that he is having a dementia or she feels that she has got a loss of memory. This is how the mental state of Onosmodium is progressive. There's a total sexual desire is gone. She feels that she lost her sexual feelings. The person male, he feels that he is an impotent. He feels that he is a neurasthenic. Person will go a state of irresolute. He is unable to decide. There is a full of apprehension. There is a full of fear, which all that thing expressed in the form of dreams. There are many dreams, varieties of dreams, neither pleasant or unpleasant dreams. And finally, the person will go to a state of depression. That's how the Onosmodium is, the mental state is progressing. Onosmodium headache is mainly because of two reasons. Headache because of eye strain and headache because of sexual weakness. And headache is also because of conflicts and depression. Regarding the type of headache, it is mainly indicated for migraine type of headaches or neuralgic type of headache. The location of the headache is mostly at the occiput, frontal, and it is more of left-sided remedy in the headache, like our spigelia, like our lachesis. Location also at the mastoid region of the headache, left side of the mastoid region, like our capsicum. There is a sensation as if a fullness, there is a sensation of heaviness, there is a sensation of dullness, there is a sensation of dizziness, there is also sensation of confused, that kind of sensation. Regarding the pain is like our glonine, it's a pain is pressing upward in the occiput region, or the pain at the occipitofrontal pain. The pains are sharp, darting and extending type of pain. From the occiput it will extend to the orbit, and also pain from the head it extending back to the neck, like that pains are there, especially on the left sided. Something is pressing upward type of pain, a pain from the occiput which comes to the orbit, or pain from the head is ascending back to the neck. Aggravation like our bryonia, like our belladonna, aggravation by movement, aggravation by jar, aggravation by morning on waking up, and amelioration by eating and sleeping. Concomitant with the headache is like our gelsemium, the person feels dizziness, the person feels confusion, and the eyeball feels weak. In gelsemium, headache is mainly because of anxiety related, or headache also of neurological origin. In gelsemium, the headache starts from the occiput and finally settle over the eyes. It's a bilateral headache. Here it is, the headache is mostly a left-sided, and the headache is mainly because of an eye strain, and headache is also because of sexual weakness and also because of depression. That's how we can differentiate Onosmodium headache and gelsemium headache. Onosmodium in the eye complaints. Again, eye complaints because of overstrain, eye complaints also because of sexual weakness, and eye complaints also because of depression or stress. The location is mostly the left eye is involved. There's a feeling in the eyes as if she had lost much of sleep, as though there is no sleep at all. The eye looks very weak, the eye looks very sunken. There's a full of blurring of vision, and she feels very tired to look at the object. She feels very tired to see the things. The eye also looks very tired for the others. There is a feeling of tension, as though when she is straining her eye to read a small print, she has to take a lot of stress to read the small print of a book or a small print of the mobile. She needs to strain a lot to look at the object. It is indicated for muscular asthenopia. There is a feeling as if eyes were wide opened, and she feels as if she wants to look at the object far away. She feels better when the objects are kept away, little more away. She can see the things better. The distant objects looks large, and it is very difficult for her to see a near object. She gets very tensed. The eye muscles are tensed up, and eye muscles feels a drawing type of pain. There is a tired feeling in the eyes of the ocular muscles. There is a optic disc hyperemic. The retinal vessels are all engorged. There is a dull and heavy pain in the eyeballs. There is a pain in the eyeballs between the orbit and the ball, which is extending to the left side of the temple. The lids feels very heavy, and vision is impaired and vision is blurred. An aggravation by anything using the eyes. This comes very close to physostigma. In physostigma, there is a contraction of the pupils. Physostigma has got a night blindness, which is not there in Onosmodium. In physostigma also you get a twitching of the eye muscles. Physostigma is more of indicated clinically for myopia. And in physostigma is aggravation by cold weather. Anything cold will aggravation. Even in physostigma there is also coordination problem. But in Onosmodium is mainly on the left sided or the left eye is involved, and the complaints mainly because of eye strains. The person cannot see a small letters. It has to be kept far away. The more the object far he or she can see better, and eye looks so weak and dull. The optic disc is hyperemic. There is a pain in the orbit, and the pain from the orbit radiating to the left side to the temple. This is how you can differentiate Onosmodium and physostigma. You need to differentiate ruta also. Ruta is mainly because of an external injury and also from the strain. Again, symphytum we need to differentiate. Onosmodium in sexual complaints. Regarding the male sexual complaints, there is a coldness of the penis. Penis feels very cold, like our agnus, like our caladium. There is a constant sexual excitement, but erection is so poor and erection is so weak. There is a complete impotency. The emission is very fast, and sexual desire is completely destroyed, both in male and female. There it comes the indication of Onosmodium. Feels the genitals are very cold. The erection is, if at all there is erection, the erection is very poor. There is also, he feels that he is sexually so weak and he will go to a state of depression. Regarding the females, the menses is too early, too long lasting and very frequent menses. She has got a leucorrhea, which is very acrid and profuse and yellowish like our creosotum. Leucorrhea is excoriating and which is running down till the legs like our alumina, like our syphilinum. The leucorrhea is profuse, leucorrhea is acrid and which runs down to the legs. There is a severe uterine pain, as though something is pushing out. There is a bearing down type of pain, maybe at the time of menses. And again the old pain returns. Whatever the old times pain she had in the earlier youth time or earlier during her pregnancy time, all those pains returns in her aged time. The uterine pain is amelioration by undressing and lying on the back. And uterine pain is aggravation by clothing and pressure. This is a very characteristic modality. The aggravation by clothing and amelioration by undressing. The uterine pain is ameliorated. She will also have a breast is painful. There is a aching and swollen sensation in the breast. The nipples are itching and nipple is sore, like our phytoleca, like our conium, like our nitric acid. And one more symptom which I am repeating and again, the sexual desire is completely destroyed in this woman. The remedy is Onosmodium. Let us see some of the general symptoms and modalities. Cravings, person craves vegetables, craves fruits like medorinum, craves vegetables like magnesium, craves buttermilk, person craves cold milk like rustox, person craves ice water like phosphorus, medorinum, silesia, person craves for cold drinks and wants to drink very often. There is a aversion to spinach. Regarding the general aggravation, aggravation by motion, aggravation jar, aggravation by sexual excess, aggravation by humid hair, and aggravation by tight clothing. Cannot bear tight clothing, and tight clothing is aggravation. Amelioration by rest, amelioration by lying on the back, amelioration by undressing, amelioration by sleep, amelioration also by eating. We need to compare Onosmodium with platina is just opposite of the sexual complaints. You need to compare murex, again the opposite of Onosmodium. We need to compare nuferlutium. You need to compare sepia, which is similar to this. You need to compare physostigma, ruta and symphytum in relation to the eye complaints and coordination problems. Gelsemium and physostigma comes very closer. This is in short of Onosmodium, but remember, Onosmodium is a remedy for the eye complaints, for the eye strain. It is a remedy for the woman who is depressed because she has total loss of sexual interest. These are the two things you should be a key indication of Onosmodium.